Over the battlefields of the Great Patriotic War, hundreds of aircraft circled the skies. But among them, there was one that inspired a sense of mystical terror in the enemy. Its number was 13, a number long considered unlucky and fatal. Yet for the Nazis, it became a symbol of inevitable death. This IL-2 ground attack aircraft earned the nickname Schwarzer Tod, Black Death, and at its controls was a man twice awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union, the Kazakh Falcon, Talgat Begeldinov. His story is not merely the biography of an ace pilot, it is a saga of courage, faith, mastery, and an unbreakable will to live. The story of a man who turned an unlucky number into the mark of his invincibility. From the Kazakh steppes to the flight school, 1922 to 1942. Talgat Begeldinov was born on August 5, 1922, in the nomadic village of Maybalik, today the Korday district, Zhambyl region, Kazakhstan. He was the fourth child in a poor peasant family. His childhood, scarred by the famine and hardships of the 1930s, forged his character early. Even at school, he displayed perseverance and a hunger for knowledge, which allowed him to enroll in the Shymkent Railway Technical College. But the sky called to him. In 1940, adding a year to his age, he entered the Balashov Military Aviation Pilot School. It was there that his exceptional talent as a pilot became evident. Instructors noted his feel for the aircraft, his extraordinary composure, and an analytical mind. The war interrupted his studies. Training was compressed to the absolute minimum, and in 1942, Second Lieutenant Begeldinov arrived at a reserve aviation regiment to master the newest and most formidable aircraft, the IL-2, the legendary flying tank. Black Death and the mystery of number 13, the making of an ace, 1942-1943. Talgat reached the front in the autumn of 1942 at the very height of the war. He was assigned to the 800th Assault Aviation Regiment. From his very first sorties, he demonstrated calm under fire and deadly accuracy. But the legend truly began when he was assigned an aircraft bearing the number 13. Why 13? Why did they fear it? In both Western and Soviet cultures, the number 13 was considered unlucky. Many pilots avoided it superstitiously. Begeldinov, raised in a Muslim cultural tradition where no such superstition existed, accepted it calmly, even defiantly. For the Nazis, however, deeply superstitious in this regard, the appearance of 13 in the sky became an ominous sign. They soon learned that this pilot was not merely brave, he was a precision instrument of death. His attacks were mathematically exact, no haste, no chaos, cold, calculated, and unavoidable. His tactics were unique. Relentless patience on approach. He could circle for a long time, waiting for the moment when anti-aircraft fire weakened or lost its rhythm. The Falcon strike. He often dived not from standard altitudes, but from extremely low levels, sometimes at treetop height, remaining invisible to air defenses until the final second. Sniper-level accuracy. He conserved ammunition, preferring one precise strike to 10 chaotic passes. He was taught, every shell carries your life with it. Waste it, and you leave the enemy alive. Mastery of escape. After an attack, he never climbed away in a predictable arc. Instead, he vanished at ground level, using terrain to escape, driving German gunners to madness. Soon, rumors spread through German units. Achtung, in der Luft ist schwarzer Tod, 13. Attention, in the air is Black Death, 13. His number became a psychological weapon. Ritual and faith. The dua before every flight. Amid the chaos of war and the diversity of people around him, Begeldinov remained faithful to his roots. Before every combat sortie, after donning his parachute and checking his maps, he would step aside from the noise of the airfield. Closing his eyes, he quietly whispered a dua, words that served as his spiritual shield. Fire raids, the brightest episodes of the war. Historical context: summer of 1943, the Battle of Kursk. By July 1943, the Wehrmacht had concentrated an unprecedented strike force near Kursk, including its newest tanks, Tigers and Panthers. The goal was clear: cut off the Kursk salient, encircle and destroy Soviet forces. The outcome would determine the strategic initiative for the entire following year. The main burden of stopping the German armored wedges fell on artillerymen and, above all, on IL-2 ground attack pilots. Every sortie in those days was a flight into the very heart of the most powerful air defense system the Germans had ever created. The sortie of July 7, 1943, near Ponyuri. At the height of a massive tank battle, with the earth burning from explosions, Talgat's flight received an order: destroy a tank column advancing towards the Ponyuri station, a key defensive node. Despite dense cloud cover and furious anti-aircraft fire, Talgat led his 4 aircraft precisely onto the target. He attacked first, bombing the lead Tiger, then raking infantry trucks with cannon and machine gun fire. His wingmen completed the destruction. That day, he personally destroyed 2 tanks and several vehicles. Above the Kursk salient, the sky roared with IL-2s, and the number 13 became a sign of hope for Soviet infantry below. Our planes are here. A story of brotherhood. Gunner Ivan Shumilov. Behind Talgat's armored seat was the life of his closest friend and protector, radio gunner Ivan Shumilov, a calm, laconic Russian from near Tula. Their tandem was flawless. Trusting Shumilov completely, Talgat could focus entirely on piloting and aiming, knowing his rear was covered. Once, returning from a mission, they were attacked by 2 Messerschmitts. Talgat maneuvered masterfully, exposing the enemy to Shumilov's fire. Ivan's precise bursts shot down one fighter and forced the other to break off. "Thanks, Vanya, you saved us," Talgat said after landing. "Oh, come on, Commander, it's my job," Shumilov shrugged. That mutual trust saved them dozens of times. Shumilov flew with Begeldinov until the end of the war, and their friendship endured for decades. Wing Commander, the road to the second Gold Star, 1944-1945. As a squadron commander and later deputy regimental commander, Talgat revealed himself as a brilliant tactician and mentor. He taught young pilots, bravery alone is not enough. You need intelligent bravery. You must think like the enemy and anticipate his moves. His unit became one of the most effective on the front. In 1945, over Germany itself, his mastery reached its peak. He led missions against fortified positions, artillery on the approaches to Berlin, and enemy manpower. On June 27, 1945, for new feats in the final phase of the war, Guards Captain Talgat Begeldinov received his second Gold Star, becoming one of only 4 assault pilots to earn this honor twice during the war. War record: over 300 combat sorties, personally destroyed dozens of tanks, over 100 vehicles, 7 aircraft on the ground, numerous guns and enemy troops, 35 air battles, with 5 enemy aircraft destroyed in group combat, shot down 3 times, yet always returned to duty. Life after war: engineer and statesman, 1945 to 2014. The war ended, but Begoldinov's service to his country did not. He remained in the Air Force, graduating from the Air Force Academy, 1950, and later the General Staff Academy, 1956. He commanded an air regiment and a division, yet his true calling in peacetime became construction.
Legacy and memory. Talgat Begeldinov passed away on November 10, 2014, in Almaty, just months short of the 70th anniversary of the great victory he helped secure. His legacy lives on. Streets in Almaty, Astana, and Shymkent bear his name. Schools and lyceums proudly carry the name of the twice hero. Busts and memorial plaques honor him. His IL-2 with number 13 remains an eternal symbol of fearlessness. He authored memoirs, Il-2's Attack, The First Salvo, Strong in Spirit. Talgat Begeldinov is more than statistics. He is proof that strength of spirit, multiplied by professionalism and faith, can overcome superstition and evil. He transformed the unlucky number 13 into a symbol of invincibility, and the name Black Death into a synonym for just retribution. From the cockpit of a ground attack aircraft to ministerial office, his life became a testament to service without fear, guided only by duty, honor, and love for his land. He was and remains the Kazakh Falcon, a legend forever written into both the history of war and the history of peaceful creation.